In this video, I'm going to show you how I set up a team of AI agents that completely replace the need for any SDRs or appointment setters in order to book a ton of sales appointments for a marketing agency and scale it to 6 figures. And this is the exact same cold email system that I've personally used to scale my software company to 7 figures and 2 marketing agencies that I've owned to 6 figures as well. And I was able to build and optimize these agents with openai's new ChatGPT agent. In fact, while I was recording this video, I was actually doing parts of the work here. As you see, the agent is doing research in Reddit forums to see exactly what our ideal clients are saying, what their struggles are, what their pain points are, and what their goals are, so that it can then create offers based on what they're actually saying and feed that back into the next AI agent, which is going to be the AI copywriter, who's going to then write cold email scripts, which are actually going to perform because the inputs are based on what our ideal clients are actually struggling with. Then we're going to use the lead generation agent, who's going to find a list of websites and companies that we want to reach out to. So it's going to create a CSV file of hundreds of entries with websites, company name, and even the founders' names. Then in order to get the emails of the decision makers and founders that we want to reach out to, we're going to use this tool. And then I'm going to show you how to set up the actual sending infrastructure, meaning our AI sales reps, our email inboxes, which are essentially our virtual sales reps that we're going to set up. And the more of these email agents that you have, the more outreach you can do and the more results you're going to get. And then I'm going to show you how to automate the entire outreach with a sending platform, and then how to even automate the entire response management part. Meaning that once people respond positively to your cold emails, the AI agent will automatically respond to the specific question that the prospect has. It will handle objections automatically. And once someone confirms, just like in this case, that they want to schedule a meeting, it's automatically going to schedule the appointment in and confirm with the prospect. So the entire process is entirely automated. And as a result, you're going to wake up in the morning seeing that you got 5 new calls scheduled without you having to do anything. All you got to do is jump on those sales calls and sell your service or your product. And again, if you use the system and you send enough emails, you're going to get to 6 figures using the system alone. And honestly, right now is the best time to implement the system because we're in this weird time, which is probably going to last only for another 1 or 2 years, where people just don't know that they're actually talking to an AI. Because very few people have actually managed to implement this system and fully automate their outreach, people are not expecting it and they think that they're actually chatting to a real human when everything was automated. And in the description below, you're going to find all the resources. I'm going to provide all of the training resources that I use to train the AI agent completely free for you in the description so that you can set this up for yourself. All right, let's dive right in. The AI research agent is the first component, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below for this market research and messaging framework, which is basically the training for this research agent. And this is something that a lot of people underestimate. The thing is, if you don't know your customers and your ideal clients better than they know themselves and really understand and get in their heads of why they buy what you buy, what value proposition would resonate the most, if you don't do this work, then no matter what you use, if you use Facebook ads, you use cold email, whatever it is, you can't articulate the value that your business provides. So we need to do the actual research, and this is the training that we're going to use. So in order to use this, all you need to do is literally copy this entire document, which is going to be linked below, and then you're going to go into ChatGPT and you're going to give it the document and you're going to give it a simple prompt, which I'm going to write right now. Please do market research using the following training for selling Google ads to founders of SaaS companies training. And then you're going to literally paste the training in here. Now, obviously, if you sell something else, then you're going to just add that in here. You would say what you sell, what kind of product or service you offer, and also to whom you sell it to. And then once you added the market research framework, you're going to click on the plus button and you're going to enable the agent mode. And I'm going to hit enter here and it's going to start doing the research. All right, as you see, it's doing all the research. For example, here looking into how can I run ads for my SaaS. And this is where the gold is. It's doing the real research, finding out what our ideal clients are thinking about Google Ads. What have they tried? How are they struggling? What their goals are? And all of this is going to enable us to write the best marketing messaging. And as a result, you're going to get an incredibly detailed report that informs us exactly where our market is at. Just look at the detail of this customer awareness level, meaning that the market is currently already solution aware, meaning this is nothing new to them. The SaaS market already knows that they could do Google ads. Also, the market sophistication level is L4, meaning we need to overcome the competition because people are already tired of hearing all the claims like, oh, you can get a 10x ROAS and so on. Now, this is incredibly important in order to write email scripts that will actually perform. As you can also see, it's suggesting offers and lead magnets. For example, for me, having a SaaS company myself, this would be an insane offer. But even this one is strong. If someone would send me an email and say, hey, Yassine, saw you running mail scale. I prepared a keyword opportunity report for the cold email infrastructure space. Can I send it over? I would absolutely respond to that. And that would give him the opportunity opportunity to sell me on Google Ads services. All right, now the next step is to use the AI copywriter to actually write email scripts based on the knowledge that we have now. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a new ChatGPT instance and we're going to use this prompt. All right, there we go. Now we got a couple of email scripts right here that are written in a way that actually gets results. Because what I saw, what actually works, and I'm a co-founder at Mailscale, we're sending over 100 million cold emails a month. And I've looked at the emails at work, they're almost always less than 50 or 100 words maximum. So these are incredibly short emails that just get to the point, have a strong offer, that's it. Nevertheless, one of the biggest mistakes that almost every business owner makes nowadays, and I honestly believe this is going to be the biggest problem in the future, is to outsource our thinking to AI. For example, here in this step, I wouldn't just use these scripts and just put them in and send them out. I would actually look at them and see which sentences resonate with me and then create an email script based on that. And because of all the work that these AI email agents did for me, this would have taken me hours to research. I'm hoping that you see what I mean. I'm still going to put in those 5 to 10 minutes of actual work thinking and using my brain. So let's take a look at these email scripts. I like this angle, for example, which is basically saying that a Google Ads agency would have a special system to track signups better specifically for SaaS companies. Now, this would resonate with a SaaS founder because I'm a SaaS founder myself. I also really like this guarantee. We guarantee 20 trial users or you don't pay until we hit it. Very, very strong. Most SaaS companies have a free trial. So this is really relevant for SaaS companies specifically. So you get the point here. AI basically gave us high quality ingredients, but we're going to mix them together ourselves because that's how we're going to get the best results. When everyone else is outsourcing their thinking, just using blindly whatever AI is suggesting them, we did the actual research here. We let AI do the actual research of what people are saying in our market. And now we're going to actually use our brain to put these together in a way that we think will resonate the most. All right, there we go. So by using the email scripts that it provided here and adjusting them slightly, I came up with these 3 scripts. Hey, first name, saw your building, company name. I've prepared a list of SaaS specific keywords that will get you 20 more signups in 40 days or you don't pay. Would this be interesting? Very cool offer. Could also be here 30 days, of course. Email 2, are you running Google Ads for company name? We guarantee 20 trial users or you don't pay until we hit it. Worth exploring. Also very strong, short email. And email 3, hey, first name, saw you running Google Ads for company name. We have a system to target keywords that increase SaaS trial to paid conversions by 100 to 200%. Should I explain how we do it? Now, obviously, if you don't know anything about SaaS or Google Ads, this will sound like so complicated and everything, but this is exactly what I would be looking for as a SaaS founder. And again, this is the point of the AI research agent and the copywriter to surface these things so that you can actually say things in your marketing that resonate with your target market. All right, and the next step is going to be the AI lead generation agent. So all you need to do here is really use ChatGPT agent with a prompt like this. Find 50 SaaS companies with 5 to 50 employees and their founders. Give them to me in a CSV with company name, website, first name, last name, full name. Okay, so we're going to use ChatGPT to find those websites. ChatGPT doesn't allow us to find all the emails, so we're going to use a different tool for that. I'm going to enable the agent mode here. And now we're going to start this agent as well. All right, it's still doing some research, but it already gave me the first batch that we have right here. And obviously you do this for your ideal clients. If you already had some clients or customers, what I would recommend you to do is to clone your best customers, basically. Find 50, 100 or 500 companies that are exactly like the ones that you get the best results for. Now, the next step is now that we know the companies, we need to get the emails of their founders. And we're going to use this tool called Any Mail Finder. Once you sign up, all you got to do is click on New Bulk right here, and then you're going to click on Person Search. And then we're going to just drag the list in here. As you see, it's automatically going to map the company name, the domain, the first name, last name, and full name. Now let's just call this SaaS company example. And then you're going to click process. And as you see from the example search with 12 companies, it actually found 12 emails and it even verifies them to make sure that we don't email people that don't use their email address anymore. So as you see, if I click preview here, I can download these emails. I would recommend to go for a monthly plan though, because it's going to be significantly cheaper than a one-time payment, but we're going to cover costs later in this video. All right, once we have the emails, we need to set up the infrastructure to actually be able to send emails at scale in an entirely automated way. So these are basically going to be our AI sales reps. And the first thing we need to do is we need to set up email inboxes. Now, these are basically our virtual sales reps. You never want to send too many emails from your main domain. So for example, for my website being mailscale.ai, I would buy domains like mailscalecrm.com, as you see here, mailscaleboost.com, getmailscale.com, trymailscale.com, and so on. And then I would set up email accounts and email inboxes underneath each domain. And the reason why we need so many, and the more we have, the more emails we can send, is because we have to stay under the radar of Google and Outlook. Microsoft and Google are primarily advertising companies. They want people to run ads and not necessarily to win big with cold email. So in order to stay under the radar, every email inbox is going to send only an amount like 20 to 30 emails, something that a human would actually send. So in order to scale up your outreach and send 10,000 emails or more per month, which you realistically need to book a lot of appointments, you do need at least 50 inboxes. So one of the tools that you can use to automatically set up all your virtual sales reps essentially is Mailscale. And this is going to be the most affordable option because inboxes are going to cost as low as $1.50 only, especially when you scale it up. And also it's going to save you all the time of setting up all the DNS records. Everything is going to be automatically handled and configured so that you can set up 50 or 5,000 inboxes in literally less than 90 seconds. So inside of Mailscale, we have two core functionalities: outreach domains and mailboxes. So for domains, we can just purchase domains right here or bring our own domains if we already have existing outreach domains. So let's say our company name is Mailscale. I would just type in the company name. You can choose what domain endings you want, and then it will suggest similar sounding domains. You can also adjust them here if you want custom domains. Then you can just purchase a couple outreach domains, for example, 5 to start with, and then you can click on the mailbox section. And by the way, as you see here, I have over 1,400 virtual sales reps essentially, and this enables me to send 200, 300,000 cold emails a month. If you're a little more established and you're looking for that kind of scale, I'll also leave a link in the description so you can find out more about our unlimited email inbox plan. And anyway, the next step here would be to create mailboxes. So you can click on this button and then you can just use fantasy AI agent names, whatever you want to call them. Let's say Jessica. And then you choose your outreach domains, and this is going to now preview the mailbox names. If you want to adjust them, you can just adjust them here, and then you can create all of those email inboxes. And the last step is to export those email inboxes, which you can then import in most of the sending tools. If yours is not listed here, you can also click on this button, basically compatible with every email sending tool in this world. Once we have our virtual sales reps or AI agents set up, and by the way, I recommend at least 50, we have to add them into a sending platform. And the one that I would recommend is PlusVibe. I found that this is the most affordable one, and it gives you the best deliverability because they have premium warm-up pools. If you want to use them and get premium support from my team and from PlusVibe's team, feel free to use the link in the description below. So as you see, I'm currently in PlusVibe and I have all of my email inboxes loaded in here. And I literally added all of these 500 email inboxes by clicking here on add new account, then on bulk upload right here, and then just dragging the CSV in here. So I basically have over 500 AI email agents loaded up in here, but that's because I'm sending millions of cold emails. So when you're starting out, starting with 50 is more than enough. So in order to launch an automated cold email campaign, all you got to do is go into the campaign section right here, and then you're going to click add new campaign. You're going to give it a name, let's say Google Ads for SaaS. Then I'm going to click here on edit. This is where I can import the leads. So I'm just going to import a sample email list here. Then you're going to assign the right fields to it so that company in the CSV file is assigned to company name so you can use it in the email campaigns. As you see here, everything is already assigned properly except this one. And then I'm going to hit import right here. So as you see, I got a couple of sample emails loaded in here. And now I can click on sequences to actually write the email scripts. In terms of subject lines, I recommend you to not reveal that you're selling something. You want to use subject lines that get a lot of curiosity. One of the legendary subject lines here is quick question first name, but you can also use something like I was wondering, thoughts, quick idea, and so on. So let's say idea for company name. So here I can use the variables and add the company name right here. Now I'm going to copy the email script that our AI copywriter helped us write, and I'm going to add it in here. Now we want to make sure that those variables are actually the right ones. So let me just click on first name here just to make sure. Same with the company name. And I can click preview to see how this email would look like. So as you see, this is a sample email for the company Morgan. Hey David, saw you're building Morgan. I've prepared a list of SaaS specific keywords that will get you 20 more signups in 30 days or you don't pay. Would this be interesting? And I can promise you that this email would get a really good response rate because it's specific for SaaS companies. It has a no-brainer offer and it's written in a simple, short, and understandable way. And the best part is that in the next step, I'm going to show you how the AI email agent is automatically going to respond to them and book meetings from these types of positive replies that these emails are going to generate. Before we do though, we can add a couple of follow-up sequences. By the way, I am skipping a couple of best practices here. For example, you should be using spin text. There's a spin text generator right here. And this basically creates different variations of your email, which really helps with deliverability, meaning to make sure that your emails land in the inbox and not in the spam at scale. So PlusVibe has this amazing functionality, which I haven't seen in any other email sending tool, where you can literally say how much spin text you want to add, and then you can just click generate, and it's automatically going to create different variations of your emails. Really helps with deliverability. So a couple of these things, I can't show you everything in this video, otherwise it'll be a 2-hour video. But if you want to dive deeper in these topics, I have a 1-hour cold email training that literally covers absolutely everything if you want to go deeper on these topics. I'm going to leave it somewhere here, the top, or in the description below as well. So as you see, as an example, it just added all the spin tags, meaning we have a ton of different variations now, and this really helps with deliverability. In terms of the follow-up sequences, these emails are going to be sent in the same email thread, and they're going to continue to send as long as someone doesn't respond to the email. This is really helpful because not everyone responds to the first cold email they receive. What I recommend there is to send follow-ups every 2 to 3 days and a maximum of 3 to 4 emails. Otherwise, you'll annoy people. Now, in terms of what to include in the follow-up emails, I did a million different tests. You can keep it simple by saying something like, did you see my email, first name, or just following up on this, but those usually tend to not get that many responses anymore. What I found the best is to literally just write a variation of the first cold email that you wrote. So what you can do is go back to the ChatGPT copywriter agent and literally say, create 5 variations for follow-ups of this. And then you give it the script that you found the best, and now it's going to write the follow-up emails, which are going to be variations of it. As you see, the first one, I already like this one. Just checking in if you'd like me to send over that SaaS keyword list I mentioned. It shows exactly where founders are cutting CPAs in half, cost per acquisition in half. Very, very good. So now we can just add that one, make it look a little more beautiful, and we're going to leave this empty. Another cool functionality from PlusVibe is that we can use these variables for the sender first name. For example, if the name of our AI agent would be Jane, it would say Jane from MailScale. This is a really good, easy signature that's not going to trigger the spam filters, but it's still going to look professional. So if you want, you can add one more step into this campaign, but that's basically it. Now, in order to launch this, we're going to click here on schedule. This is basically when the cold emails are going to be sent. When looking at our data of sending over 100 million emails a month, I actually saw Sunday performs really well for a lot of our customers, and it will send emails between 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can set a high campaign limit just so that it sends enough emails. And then in the settings, we're going to choose the email inboxes or the AI agents that we want to use for this campaign. In the email account section, you can tag all of your email inboxes with a click in PlusVibe. So that's what I did. So I can select my 340 MailScale specific emails right here with one click. Last tip I have here is to send emails as plain text, meaning we're not going to send any links in the email, and also open rate tracking is going to be disabled. But the benefit is that this will make it look like we sent the email personally and not with an automation tool for Google and Outlook. And this really boosts deliverability. So never use links, use plain text, and you'll get amazing results. Once we're done, we can save the settings and launch the campaign right here. And now there's only one part left, because if you're going to do this the way that I described, you're going to get a lot of positive replies and opportunities. But that also means that you need to reply to them. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use an AI agent that's going to automate the entire response management. The tool that we're going to use is RefReply, and I'm going to leave a link below as well. I personally partnered with the founder because I love this tool. So if you want to support me and you found this video helpful, feel free to use the link in the description below, but it's entirely up to you. RefReply is going to automate the response management part. So as you see, we got a positive reply here of John saying, sure, can you send me a little more information on how it works? And the AI agent automatically responded to his specific question in less than 5 minutes. And a couple hours later, he replied, Friday works for me. And then the AI agent scheduled it into the calendar and confirmed, perfect, Friday is locked in. I'll send you over a meeting link. And all of this is entirely automated, which just blows my mind. We're currently in this weird time where this works and prospects don't even realize that they're talking to an AI. And my assumption is that in a few years, this is going to be absolutely normal. Everyone will know, oh, I'm talking to an AI. So make sure to take advantage of this, because there's still a 1 to 2 year window where you can use this. You can entirely automate your sales department in terms of outreach, in terms of getting appointments in, and people won't even realize that they've talked to an AI. So in terms of RefReply, it's extremely easy to set up. As you see here, you can set up an inbox manager, and with the wizard, you can automatically set it up for PlusVibe, meaning you can just connect your PlusVibe account and it's automatically going to pull all the replies in. And then you can add your Google Calendar or Calendly so that it suggests the right times. What's really cool here is that when people click on a time slot that they like, it's automatically going to redirect them to Calendly with the pre-selected time slots. And that sums up the basic system. So this is how you can fill up your sales calendar and get more clients as automated as possible. Now, what are the costs of this system though? Well, the goal for you should be to send at least 10,000 cold emails per month. So if you have a campaign with 2 follow-up emails, so 3 emails in total, you would contact around 3,000 contacts a month. If you're wondering why, that's because you can expect a positive reply rate of around 0.5%, especially if you're starting out. Now, in some niches, if you do a very targeted approach, you can get 1, 2, 3% positive reply rates. But at scale, especially when you're starting out, it's more realistic to expect something like 0.5%. Meaning that in order to get 50 opportunities per month, you need to send at least 10,000 emails a month. In terms of the call booking rate, meaning how many of those opportunities are you going to get onto a call, you can expect anything between 20 to 40%. So out of those opportunities, you would get 10 to 20 sales calls. And then with a closing rate of 20%, which you can expect if you have decent sales skills, you should be able to get a couple of high ticket clients. Now, in terms of revenue, that entirely depends on your model, but if you sell any kind of agency service, anything that costs a couple $1,000s a month, given that your clients stay for at least 3 to 6 months, you should be able to get anything between $10,000 to $20,000 in lifetime revenue just out of this volume. And if you want to 10x this and add add 6 figures in monthly revenue, well, you need to 10x the amount of emails that you send. It's as easy as that. And I know that because we've helped a lot of clients add even 6 figures in monthly revenues. Now, the traditional cost for such a system would be that you need to hire an SDR, which can cost anything between $2,000 to $3,000 a month, an inbox manager to actually reply to all of those leads. You need to actually train them, which is also significant resources that you need to spend. So that's going to cost at least $3,000 a month. But because we're automating all of this and we only use software, in order to set up 50 AI email agents, which is the amount that you need in order to safely send this amount of emails, the whole system will cost you around $300 a month. MailScale for 50 inboxes costs $120 a month. Plus Vibe costs $37 a month. Any Mail Finder for the email enrichment costs $89 a month. And RefReply for the response management costs $69 a month. By the way, if you're more established and you're making at least $10,000 a month and you're looking to send hundreds of thousands of emails a month or even millions, then you might be interested in our unlimited email inbox plan. As the name suggests, it enables you to set up unlimited email agents without paying per agent, meaning you can literally have an army of 4,000 or 5,000 virtual sales reps in your company doing outreach for you every day, and it starts at just $1,000 a month. So if you're in that position where you're not constrained by your budget, click on the link below. You're going to find out more information on how this plan works. And if you like what you see, you can schedule a call with our team as well. And that concludes this video on how to set up an AI agent system to reach out to your ideal clients and book sales appointments entirely automated. Obviously, I had to skip a couple of things, especially email deliverability wise. Email deliverability is a big challenge when you're sending cold emails at scale. So if you like what you saw here and you want to take it to the next level and really understand every single nuance of a cold email system like this, then check out the 1-hour cold email training that I have. It literally covers everything that you need to ever know about cold email and how to set it up in a way that books you 50 or 100 appointments every month. I'm going to leave a link somewhere here so you can watch that next, and I'm also going to leave it in the description below. If you have any questions about this process, feel free to comment below. I'd be happy to help you with anything. See you in the next video, and bye-bye.